What's going on, YouTube? It's been a little minute. First things first, happy 2025, happy new year to everybody. Hope everybody has a blessed year. Hope it's blessed and filled with a lot of joy, happiness, family, friendship, new memories, success, all the above, man, all the above. It's an exciting day today. I don't know what I'm gonna name the title of this video, but maybe that'll give off some hints. But all of this, look at all of this. All of this, I've decided that it's gotta go, man. It's gotta go for 2025, man. New year. What LaMelo Ball say, new year, new me. Same me, though. Same me. But, yeah, it's getting crazy. And, I guess I can go in a little bit more details, like, later or stuff like that. But, you know, we better go to the special... We better go to the one and only ballroom, man. Trade A Cuts, man. If you ever tapped into Trade A Cuts in the DMV, definitely got to go ahead and do that. But we about to go over there now, and y'all gonna be the first ones to see the finished product, man. Y'all gonna be the first ones. I'm gonna keep it low key till this video come out, so y'all gonna be the first ones. So make sure you like the video, man. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. It's gonna be a fun one, man. It's gonna be a fun one. Y'all stay tuned.
Halloween.
So you just stopped and just didn't cut the rest of the room. Wait, so you just left the rest of the room.
I was saying the last time I had my hair low, like I ain't had no facial hair or anything.
Oh yeah.
Like, I was still skinny, like, you know what I'm saying?
Before the cut, shumper. After the cut, easy. You see this part that Trey does right here, guys? This is the part that Trey messes up every time for me. The hairline. He purposely messes it up.
You ain't got a hairline.
What you think, man? What you think?
I ain't seen my hair this short in like, been like 7 years, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. It looks sweet though. It looks sweet. About to cut, bro.
I'm next, man.
No, you're not.
It's all like a little show.
Working it out in all things, in all things. You working it out for the good of those you called according to your purpose, for the good.
What's going on, y'all? It's another video, man. It's another video. This is the first one of 2025. As y'all can see, it's a major difference right now. I don't got the locks no more. I got a low cut. I can't even remember the last time. The last time I had a lower cut had to be like probably freshman year of college. So maybe like 2020, no, 20, like 2017. Yeah, 2017, 2018, like around there was when I really like had a lower cut. So like now being 2025, that's like a lot of years from now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a different feeling. I know a lot of people probably asking like, oh, like, why'd you cut your hair? I mean, there's a lot of different reasons. I guess I could go about it, but I wouldn't really, I don't know if y'all want a video on that. I mean, it's like it's a few reasons, but it's not like anything like life changing. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I just felt like I was tired of it. I felt like, you know, it was time for a change moving into 2025. I was just kind of ready for something new, I guess you could say. So I guess that was one of the reasons why I really cut it. So it's been a little, I haven't got a cut since the first time I cut it early January. It's a little bit later now. So I definitely got to go get another cut. But yeah, I think I'm going to be rocking this for now. I know people also been asking if I'm going to regrow it out. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. Maybe. We'll see what happens. But I hope everybody's doing great. Everybody's having a good start, a great start to the new year. Last year, there was just a lot that was going on. Good things, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like bad things or anything, thank God, you know, like, you know, I feel like a lot of people, when they take a time off and then they come back and they're saying like, oh, like all this stuff was going on, like, you know, it's usually bad. So I'm grateful that, you know, there's been a lot of good things going on in my life lately. And I just kind of want to share that with you, but I also want to go down the path of things that I kind of learned in 2024 and last year that I felt, you know, would be maybe helpful to you guys, or just things that I really wanted to talk about. You know, like, I think 2024 was definitely like a season of change for me in a sense. A lot of growing, a lot of maturing, a lot of, you know, just continue to build myself, you know, being in my mid-20s now, being on the other side of 25, which sounds so weird because I don't even feel like that. You know, I feel like, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm 26, but here I am getting ready to be 27 this year, which is just ridiculous. But there was a lot that I did last year going from just like building relationships, building friendships, to just having a different mindset about certain things, to going on trips, trying out new things, like new hobbies that I didn't really see myself ever doing, but I tried it out and I liked it. So it's like definitely the year that I want to like build upon those things. And overall, just having a really good time, like really being solid in my foundation, and still doing the things that I love as well, you know, basketball, creating, and all those different types of things. But just taking more time to really build the relationships around me and really build up, you know, my own relationship, my friendship, my relationship with God, and obviously like my family and stuff like that. And I guess one of the points that really stood out to me in 2024 is that community is really, really important, man. Community is really, really important. And obviously, like, you know that growing up, and you know that, you know, just like in every kind of situation. But I feel like the way the world is moving now, it's become way more isolated. And I don't feel like that was our intention, us being just social beings in our nature. I obviously just don't think that was that's not supposed to be our way of living. And we have a society now that continues to push like this feeling of you got to do everything on your own, you're by yourself, only you are in this, you know, game called life, and all these different types of stuff. And we've really devalued the importance of friendship, the importance of family, the importance of doing life with people. And I feel as though that 2024 was a big step in the direction, as far as for me, is really building up my community, like building up the community around me and the village around me that has continued to help me stand in good faith and prosper all 365 days of the year, honestly. And I mean, obviously it started with, you know, just like my relationship, and also just like building with the people, like my friendships all around me. I really try to make it a concerted effort to really press in on the friendships that I have and make time and really just be present with the people around me. Especially like with me playing basketball in college, like I felt like I missed out on a lot of different things. which, you know, is has its pros and its cons. Like, you know, you're aspiring to something that you have, that you feel as though that like means everything to you at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like hooping, you know, you got school, you know, you're in a different city, like you're just, you know, and then you have your friends that are back home that, you know, that everybody's just doing their own thing. You know what I'm saying? So you can get kind of lost in it. And with me, I felt, you know, those are some years where I felt like, you know, I obviously developed a lot of great friendships at college, but the ones that were back home, you know, I didn't always have time for. And obviously, like, I'm kind of well removed from college at this point, but I think this was like a year where I really felt that I really like sunk my teeth into like the depths of the relationships that I have, and just also with my family as well. And I think that's something that I feel like everybody should do if they have the opportunity to. I know a lot of times we kind of get caught up in, you know, what we're doing and the career and the passions and the things that we have. And those are all good things, but you also need that support system that's going to, you know, continue to encourage you and press on you to, you know, be all that you can be. I think another big thing was me really pressing into church this year. I think previous years, like obviously I would just be one that would just attend and stuff like that. And, you know, I've done like Bible college and things of that nature. And I've, you know, been with my church for a few years now. But I feel like last year we had just got a new campus. And we had just got a new campus that's a lot closer and a lot more in my community. And they wanted me to kind of like help a little bit more with like building, you know, the grassroots up. And I felt like it's been really, really beneficial kind of seeing how impactful a church can really be. I think really just building up the grassroots of church really just showed me how, you know, like how impactful a church can be and how I can impact people and how people can impact me as well. And I think that's been really a blessing to see because we aren't meant to live this life alone. I think that we have to continue to find people that are going the same direction with us, whether it be mentally, physically, and spiritually. And I felt that just being able to create the relationships in the church that are like just even that are outside of church as well. Like we can go hoop, we can go, you know, get something to eat, we can go do this or that or whatever it is. Like, and we're all kind of just on the same page of how we're supposed to interact with life, how life is supposed to interact with us and things like that. And just even things that we're going through or we have, or things that we're going through or things that we happen to share that are really helpful or great things that are going in our life. Like, I think that's something that's really special, that to continue to do life with people that are on the same mindset, are on the same wavelength as you. And I feel like just being able to serve others and to be able to assist others and to be able to build a community and build an atmosphere that is, you know, joyful, peaceful, happy, and encouraging at the end of the day. Like, I think that's one of the main things that like really shows that community at the end of the day is really, really important. I also think like the older that I get, the more I start to realize that like this life isn't really about you. As much as we want the world to kind of revolve around us, and as much as we think that the world revolves around us, and as we're, you know, living in a like just a first person point of view, like we can definitely get caught up in like ourselves and being selfish with our time and being selfish with our efforts, being selfish with just a lot of things, just because we think that we are the reason for we're just our existence. You know what I'm saying? I think it's kind of funny because I think that like the best times like I've always had has always been with other people. It's never really been by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like whether going on trips with other people or my friends, or like just being in the house with family, or going out on a date night or whatever it may be, like I feel like those are the best times that we have, or that I have really experiencing life with other people. And I think that just goes to show that, you know, it's always good to really invest in other people, and we should never lose that light that may be dimmed because of the fact that, you know, we may have been hurt by, you know, certain circumstances or certain people or whatever it is. We should never allow that type of people. We should never allow people to have that type of, or that a situation to have that type of control over our life. Like, at the end of the day, you know, I understand that, you know, people go through some really, really hard things. People go through, a lot of things that, on the surface you might not even know about. But I think it's when you get to a point of letting things like that control you, then you miss out on so much more that is for you. I think some of the best times of last year was definitely traveling with my friends. Like, this is like was this the first? No, this is the second time. This is the second time the group chat made it out the country this time. No, this is the second time the group chat made it out the chat. We went to Chicago, and that was a really, really fun vibe. I really liked Chicago. Wouldn't see myself moving there. It gets too cold, but it definitely was a good vibe. I thought that it was really cool to like go to another city. A lot of times we're like, oh, we gotta go to another country or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? But like going to another city, and like America really has so much to offer. We just kind of just overrush it because we live here, you know what I'm saying? But like it's always cool to visit a different city. Also going to Cancun. Cancun was a fun time, and just experiencing. That was my first time in Cancun, so that was pretty fun. And just like I can't even imagine going on like a trip. Like, I have been on solo trips, and it's been a little different, but just I couldn't imagine those trips like going by myself. Like, every moment, every memory that I made was just like I could just remember myself laughing at like, something my friend said, or just like experiencing something and somebody else experiencing with me, and I'm like, dang, like we experiencing this together, you know what I'm saying? So like I really feel like, those are the most cherishable time. Is that even a word? I really feel like those are the most cherished times and moments, and those are just moments that you just really never forget. I think another thing that I really felt like I learned last year was just having faith in opportunities and in God's plan, I guess you could say. I know that's so cliche to say, is like, wait on God's plan or whatever it is, but it's really the truth for real. Like, it's really the truth. Like God has a plan for all of us, and it's about like taking away our own control so that he can move within our life. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times we are so pressed to wanting to dictate every little move that we have in our life, because we want to be the pilot of our lives. And I feel like it just makes it so much harder. I feel everything is so much harder without God, like without putting your trust and your faith in him, that he has better for us, that he has more for us in store. And it's kind of different sometimes, and I definitely understand where the anxiousness can come from, because sometimes he does have to take things away in order for us to get bigger and better things. But we're so finite minded on a lot of different things that we're only fixated on this small thing that we have in our hand, and we don't want to give it up to God, but we don't see it from his view that he has something better in store for us if we just give that up to him. You know what I'm saying? So I think just having like just building and continue to building my faith with just different opportunities that he presented me. I mean, like I acted in like films, I acted in commercials, I like reached goals in YouTube, like all of these things. But it just because I was like, God, what do you want me to do? Like, what are you saying to me? Like, what are the things that you have planned for me? And it's like, I just want to walk in your ways. Like, however you want to use me, just don't leave me out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't leave me out of your plans. And I really feel like that's the way that I kind of walk now, is just like, whatever you're doing for the kingdom, whatever you're doing for your glory and for your good, don't leave me out of it. Like, use me in all different types of way that you want to use me for your good. You know what I'm saying? So like, I really feel like having that mindset of like always just being ready for what's next to come, and not being anxious for it, because you know that God has a plan for you at the end of the day. And it's just about just having an unwavering faith and really just keeping your relationship tight with him at the end of the day, because you want to be able to see the things that he's seeing for you. You want to give you a vision, to give you like hope and future, And so I feel like every day I always am like, God, like give me eyes to see and ears to hear, like the things that you want out of me. You know what I'm saying? So like, I really feel like those were like, I really feel like last year, like that was building that was really building me up, like building my foundation to be able to, for this year that's coming up now, or that's already here, I guess you could say. And I'm really, really in a good place. I hope y'all like the cut, man. I don't know why I just thought about that again, man. I hope y'all like the cut, man. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted to come on here and chat with y'all. I know I ain't been around in a minute, but I just wanted to update you guys. Like, I'm doing well, I'm doing good, and at the end of the day, we all have a purpose. Like, we all have, you know, things that are in store for us, but it's really about us going out there and really figuring that out, like figuring out what God wants for us, how God wants to use us. And I feel as though that I'm getting closer to that. I'm getting closer to figuring out what God wants for me. But it takes time, it takes prayer, it takes commitment and letting go of my ego and my pride each and every day. And I think that building up my identity in Christ, building up my community around me, that's a representation of the way that I want to live, and ultimately just living life and having fun with the people around you, man. Like that's just like the main things for me. Like, I know like 2024 was definitely like a great year for me, but I know 2025 is gonna have so much in store. So, and I know it's gonna have so much in store for me, and I know it's gonna have a whole lot more in store for you guys. So I love you guys. I'll catch y'all on the next one. We'll probably do something a little bit more fun. I know it's been a little chill one, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna do something more fun. I got something I'm editing right now. So catch y'all in the next one.